Hey everybody, Greg Brewer, Bowjunky Media, bowjunkymedia.com. We are at the 2020 IBO Triple Crown First Leg here in Pipestem, West Virginia. Joined by PSC Pro staffer Jack Wallace, and it's time for the female pros. Jack, you might have a favorite here.
I do. Wifey's out there. She had a great first day. She shot 13 bonus rings the first day and come off the scores up pretty high. She had a rougher day today, but still come into this one leading with a 400. 400 with 17 bonus rings. That's not a good way to start. She is 5 to her first target, tall. She's out of the 10-ring high. That has changed the game quickly.
Do you think that was a yardage thing, or do you think that was a win thing?
I think it was a combination. Yeah, I think that was a combination of both. And there's some great shots out there. If you look at the next couple of targets, you know, several of these ladies are shooting smaller diameter arrows, so when they do get into that 11 ring, they got a good chance of getting the inside out score to get the bonus.
And a 10 for Emily, 402. That's going to put her only 3 points off the lead. So what do you think's going through Sharon's mind right about now?
Words I'm not. Yeah, okay. Words I'm not allowed to use.
Aaron with an 11. So with that 11, she's gonna jump over Emily into second place with a 403, only 2 points off our leader Sharon Wallace. Yeah, Sharon's serious.
Yeah, with a situation like this, with this kind of wind, you got to get up there. You got to shoot a really strong shot, and you got to have some luck. You got to have some luck with the wind and.
Kaylee with an inside out 12.
Good shot on that alert buck.
That's a great shot by Kaylee right there.
Maddie had a rough way to go on the
5.
Wolf. Yeah, it's a tough target. There's been giving some folks some headaches for sure.
Absolutely. Well, we got some pretty serious movement right there. Let's go to the Bowjunky leaderboard and check it out. All right, everybody, Greg Poole here with Bowjunky Media. We are back for the PRF Women's Pro Shoot-Off here at the IBO First Leg of the Triple Crown, joined by PSC Pro staffer Jack Wallace. Pretty exciting stuff happening. Some exciting stuff that your wife's probably not excited about. But
no, it's not how she wanted to start. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
You know, with the wind out here, first target, it's one of the longer targets out here. Probably just had a little overjudge and.
Emily lets down. And your wife shoots a very, very strong shot, so.
She does. That one right there looks to be naked eye from where we're at to be inside the 10. So it's a good follow-up from where she began.
And for those of you on the last arrow, Kaylee Johnston shot an inside out 11, which scores a 12, and she had actually blanked the Wolverine on the course today. So Kaylee Johnston still makes the shoot off with a 0 and comes out and shoots an inside out bonus. That's impressive.
That's something else to make the shoot off with something like that. There's some couple of great shots out there. We can see that from this distance, it looks like Emily is at least a 10 on that Wolverine. That's beating so many people up.
Yep, and 8 for Kaylee. It's going to put her at 407. And Kaylee shot FIDA for a while, so wind is not going to be totally unfamiliar to her. Erin McGlattery with an 8. It's going to put her at 411.
No, Kaylee's one of the shooters. After playing that game, if she needs to get the release to go off, she can get it to go off.
She does. She certainly does. She is an aggressive. Emily McCarthy with an 11.
It's a good shot on that Wolverine. That's been a tough target for folks.
That is. Well, this is going to be interesting right here to see where Sharon ended up.
Sharon Wallace has a
10 for Sharon Wallace. Going to put her at 415, still maintaining a 2-point lead. And a 5 for Maddie. All right, so as things continue into our third arrow, we're going to go to the Bowjunky leaderboard and see how things are shaking out. All right, everybody, we're back. Greg Poole here, joined by PSC Pro staffer Jack Wallace. This is the first leg of the IBO Triple Crown in Pipestem, West Virginia. This is the first 5-target shoot-off new to the IBO this year. We are watching the Women's Pro, and things got interesting super quick. Jack.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's not what a pro shooter wants to have happen. You really don't want to lead off, being the lead shooter and shoot a 5, but it does happen. I mean, if you play the game long enough, you're going to have whoopsies.
Well, and you also don't want to be a commentator married to the archer that came in the lead who shoots a 5 on the first target.
No, that's a bummer. That is.
But Sharon's a warrior. She'll battle back. There's no doubt about it. I've seen her. You've seen her do both. You've seen her be on both ends of it.
Oh, yeah. That right there, the wind picked up a little bit, so Sharon let down on that one. She's redrawn at this point.
She's on the Wolverine. Yeah, Sharon just doesn't look thrilled. Hard to say right now if that's from the Wolverine or...
No, from this point, it looks like she's got potentially enough height to catch the 10, but she's slightly left.
Kaylee Johnson with a 10, putting her at 417. Once again, this format being new to the IBO, we did have to switch up locations a little bit due to the weather affecting the internet up by where the vendor area was, but it was still good to see the IBO and Larry Cade get it put together and get this thing done. I think the archers were really excited for an opportunity to come out here and do it. Madison with an 11.
It's a good comeback for Maddie after her last target.
Absolutely.
We're up to that Wolverine
Here
for
we
wifey
go.
Sharon. It's been tough on so many folks, and she looks like she's got just a little load left outside on this one.
An 8
Yeah,
for Sharon. So a 10 right here from Emily will put her tied for the lead.
From this point, it looks like she's got it.
And she does.
Did. She 10'd it on the
So
alert
Emily
buck.
McCarthy has tied Sharon Wallace for the lead at a 423 heading into the 4th arrow. It just got interesting, Jack.
Yeah, at this point,
Aaron with a 5.
At this point, both of those girls are going to want to put. They're going to want to put arrows in the 11. They're going to try to get them inside out because they know if they're tied, they're going to go to bonus rings for the win.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. Well, let's go to the leaderboard and see how things are shaking out. All right, everybody, we're back here at Pipestem, West Virginia for the first leg of the IBO Triple Crown, joined by Jack Wallace, and we are watching the female pros, and it got interesting real quick, and coming down here into our potentially last arrow, we have a tie for first.
Yeah, and with my wife being out there, I can promise you I am more nervous right now than I am normally.
Yeah, Sharon looks like she has a low arrow there.
Yeah, Sharon shot one low and outside. It looks like she has 5 that target.
She's shaking her head. She's not happy about that at all.
Emily appears to have a low one as well. Emily's is going to catch 8, it would appear. That's going to give Emily a clear lead from what it looks like from the booth.
Yeah, Sharon's not happy over there. We'll go talk to... All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here for Emily McCarthy. An 8 for Emily McCarthy. That's going to finish her up at a 431. And yeah, that arrow's just right down there on the core line. And a 5 for Sharon Wallace.
I think what's
that
happened
hurts.
to Sharon is that she shot the first target high, and she has run bottom of the 10-ring height on the next 3 targets. I think
Absolutely.
I think she's probably re-guessed some of her judging,
Yep.
and that's probably affected her just a little bit.
No question. 418 for Maddie. And you're exactly right. This is more than a shooting game. This is a judging game for sure. Kaylee Johnson with an 11.
Excellent shot on the black bear.
So that's going to put Kaylee Johnston tied with Sharon Wallace. So depending on what happens with Aaron McGlattery here. Aaron with a 10. So that means that Emily McCarthy is going to be your first leg Pipestem. One more arrow, excuse me. One more arrow. So you're right, there is the opportunity there. So let's go to the Bowjunky leaderboard and see how this change in leaders turns out. All right, everybody, Greg Poole here at Bowjunky Media. We're back, joined by PSC Pro staffer Jack Wallace. We are heading into the 5th and potentially final arrow in the Women's Pro. And we have had a change in leaders. Emily McCarthy has passed Sharon Wallace at a 4:31. Sharon Wallace is sitting at a 4:28, tied with Kaylee Johnson at a 4:28. And Aaron McGlattery with a 4:26, and then Maddie at a 4:18. So this last arrow means a lot.
This last arrow is a big arrow. It's worth a lot of money. There's a lot of contingencies on the line here. Anything can happen with this last shot.
Now talk about the advantage or disadvantage between your wife, Sharon, and Emily in regards to which target they're shooting.
Sharon's is a black target. It's been rough on a lot of folks. And then Emily is shooting the long feeding doe.
So if history is any indication, big Gus there and Sharon lets down.
It's a smart call. I think both girls are going to wait, try to let this first gust get past.
Well, let's be honest here as well. There's going to be a slight advantage for Emily because of the way the wind's blowing. Sharon's the first archer to have to deal with wind, regardless of umbrellas.
She is. She's farthest down to this end, and so that's tough. Black target.
All right, here we go. Emily and Sharon at full draw. Sharon Wallace fires.
Sharon's looks a little low and outside. I don't think it's going to catch 10.
Emily McCarthy for the win. Lets down again. Long hold for Emily right there. So Jack, in a situation like this, letting down, what sort of power reserves or mental faculties do you think the archer's going to maintain as they come into their third draw?
Well, you just want to be conditioned enough that you can do this and prepare for this sort of situation, and you want to be able to make the shots when you have to.
Looks like good height. I can't see. Looks a little bit left.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to catch at least 8 though, and that's going to be good enough to take the win.
Yes, it is. All right, let's see what our arrow calling crew has going on down there. This is Emily McCarthy for the win, and an 8. So she's going to end at a 4:39. Which at
that's
this point,
going to do it. Yeah, that's going to do it. Mathematically, it doesn't look like anyone else is in position to take it.
Aaron McGlattery with an 11. That's not going to hurt. 4:37 for Aaron. Depending on what happens with Sharon's arrow down there, she might. Kaylee Johnston with an 8 for a 4:36. All right, Maddie Rakowski with an 8 for a 4:26. That's going to put Maddie in 5th. And here we go, Sharon Wallace. This arrow counts for a lot.
Yeah, it's low and outside. It's an 8.
For a 4:36. So Emily McCarthy is going to be your 2020 Pipestem, West Virginia first leg of the IBO Triple Crown female champion. Hey everybody, Greg Poole here at Bowjunky Media, bowjunkymedia.com. We are here with your IBO first leg of the Triple Crown Pipestem, West Virginia female pro champion, Emily McCarthy. That was intense.
Yeah, it was. I really honestly didn't even want to shoot. I was happy taking second. This was it was pretty windy. So
Yes, and shooting in the wind is obviously not one of your favorite things in the world. But coming into this, what did you think when Sharon shot that 5 right off the bat? She had a pretty substantial lead, and it's hard to make up ground here at the IBO. But when she shot that 5 right off the bat, that changed the whole dynamic.
honestly, I never even worried about anybody else's score. I didn't know I won. Like, I was more worried about trying to perform the best I could and get my shots off. I'm not a fast judger and I'm not a fast shooter, so we got a minute and a half to judge and shoot. So I was really nervous about that part. So I'm super thankful. I'm thankful to everybody and all the companies for all the great equipment I shoot, and my husband for his help. And I'm super excited.
Awesome.
And of course, the God upstairs.
There you go. Congratulations, Em. That's a great way to restart the season.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, good job.